Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about the functions. From today onwards, there are the three major important topics will come. Okay, in the JavaScript, actually we will call this as a in human body. We will tell like our brain, heart, and kidneys, liver. These are the important parts, right? So how these will play an important role in our body, as similar to that in entire JavaScript. So that entire JavaScript will round around the uh, objects, arrays, and functions. Okay. So so because of this, these three are the uh, brain, heart, and kidneys. Like okay, these three are the that much important for the JavaScript. You need to have must and should like with the practice also. Okay, just no need to learn and you can forget this. Without that, you need to practice that also. So today's concept is functions. Okay? What the concepts are. So one concept is it will take one class: functions, objects, and arrays. I told you first arrays, right? I think in previous calls I told you that we will start arrays, right? So before going to start arrays or objects, we need to have a knowledge on functions. Actually, these arrays or objects are combination of functions. So in these arrays or objects concept that somewhat it will touch the functions also and methods actually. That method concepts also will touch. So before going to their uh, learn, we will start with the functions and we'll complete the functions and we will go to the uh, remaining important concepts like that are arrays and objects. We'll go in that manner. So today's concepts are functions. Actually, what is a function? So what is a function means? Function is a block of code, okay, which will do lot of like operation in a simple manner. Okay, which will do lot of code means. So we will call this as a reusable code. So for suppose I need to calculate two numbers and I need to calculate two numbers and I need to print that to a addition of that two numbers and I need to send it to the another program. Okay, this is the one task actually. Okay, uh, actually function will do on a particular task. So addition of two numbers is a particular task. So every time when I got I will get every time two numbers. I will get actually from one program I will get two numbers. So I need to calculate that two numbers, I need to add that two numbers, and I need to send that two numbers addition to the another program. Okay, so if we will write this manually means how many times we will get that numbers, that many times we need to write the same logic, where x equal to a plus b, like this. Some if we want to write like this, we need to write right where x equal to 10, so where y equal to 20. So this is the values we are getting from one program, and we need to do the logic right where z equal to x plus y. That's the same operation. These three lines of code, every time we need to do these three lines of code. We got here 10 and 20, right? So where x equal to 10, y equal to 20. Again, I got like some another values where a equal to some 15 I got. Okay, 15 where p equal to some again 20 I got. So again where c equal to a plus b. Like that. How many times if I will get these numbers, that many times we need to write the same logic, right? Same c equal to a plus b. So instead of what we will do, we will write this all code in a one particular function, and every time we will execute that function, and always it will return you the this output only it will return. Always this output it will return. Okay, here also we are doing this one only, right? So adding storing values in one particular variables and adding that, and we are storing in the particular variable. So doing this same thing in a number of times. So instead of doing same task for a number of time multiple times, that these task we will do with a single single line only. Function of, okay, syntax. Function syntax is function and here function name. So add or addition. Okay, and the closing parenthesis. And this is closing braces. Okay, closing this will call as a method braces. Okay, and these are object braces. Okay, or otherwise this you will call curly braces, and this is curly braces. Okay, curly braces. You can think like, okay, you can remember that way. Next, where function of addition of that two, right? So here what I'm doing, I'm getting two numbers, two values. So function of addition I can, so I'm returning a, a plus b. Done. Okay, that many lines of code, these many lines of code will be in single, simple with this function every time. You will get these two values, right? You can pass that two values to the this one. Addition of, okay, here 10 comma 20 you can pass. Always it will give you the addition. It will return you 10 comma 20 means 30. Like that it will return you. So now we'll come to the, so that is the main advantage of function. So now we'll come to the function and the syntax and this everything you'll see. So this is the function, is a keyword used for creating a function, and this is the name to call that function. Okay, and this is the parameters. Okay, inside these braces what we will write, that inside that braces you can write anything that will be considered as a parameters. Okay, and within these curly braces what you have written, that is logic. Okay, this logic will be executed whenever you have invoke. Actually the functions are uh, while in JavaScript, that functions we need to call actually. Without calling, so without calling that function won't execute. So remember this. So we need to call that functions, or we need to invoke that function. So call or invoke is both are same only. So we need to invoke that function. In how many ways we need to invoke the function means like this. We need to call the function, and if parameters are there, we can pass that parameters. If the parameters are not there, you don't need to pass here. If parameters are not there, if it's a just simple function, okay, where x equal to 10, okay, where y equal to 20, and here return x plus y. Okay, return x plus y. What this return statement will do, it will do the final logic. Okay, final whatever we have this final logic, or otherwise we will do like this also, where c equal to, okay, x plus y. So it is adding that two numbers, and here instead of this x plus y we can return c. Okay, like this is the, without parameters we can do the function, we can write the functions like this is the addition of two numbers. Similarly subtraction means x minus y. So similarly multiplication like that. Okay, we need to pass the parameters and we will get the parameters. And this is one way, by calling the function name. Okay, this is the function name. With by calling the function name with this, then only these function will execute. Okay, here we need to write first function, and after this we need to call the function. Or otherwise if you written here also fine, because we already seen that variable hosting concept. Okay, variable hosting concept, everybody will know, right? Variable hosting, what it will do, the all the function declarations are moved at the top of the function, right? So first I can do x equal to 10. After that, in below I can do var x. Then what it will do, what JavaScript will do, all the variable declarations like var x, var y, like that, all the declarations it will move at the top of the page, right? So that is variable hosting, right? I already told in variable concept. You can remember that. Okay. Similarly, function executions also. If you are calling this function, okay, with the name here you are calling, right? First, what it will do? This is the function declaration only, right? This is the function declaration only. So all the function declarations are moved at the top of the JavaScript page. After that, these executions are there, right? these calling methods. These will call. So first this will execute and then this will execute. Okay, that is the function hosting. This concept we will call as a function hosting. Next, okay, this way we can okay, this is the function declaration. Okay, this way we can, if you write, this is the function declaration. And also variable declaration, variable expressions also we will write function in a variable expression. Variable expression name is var x equal to, I can write like this also, function var x equal to function of, okay, so return, you will return some, okay, here if you get a comma b values parameters, then a plus b. Okay, this is the variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration, function declare, here this is the function declaration, variable expression declaration, this one. Okay, so the function declaration is stored in a variable, that is the variable expression declaration. Okay, so the function, this function we will call as a anonymous function, because this function don't have any value, don't have any name, sorry, not value, name. The function which doesn't have any name, that functions we will call as a anonymous function, and that function declarations we will store in a variable. Okay, var x equal to function of a comma b written a plus b, right? So here what we will do, x of, okay, simply var x, so x means I will get x equal to function of a comma a plus b, right? Instead of this a comma b, right? Var x equal, var a equal to 10. So I will execute this, okay, in console, and we'll see the result. Okay, control C, I have copied that, and we will go to the console. Okay, I'm clicking and inspect. Okay, console, go to the console. So I'm executing this. Now, if I'll hit enter, so that's okay. A function declaration var x equal to function of this one, right? Var a equal to 10. Then if I'll call this like this, x of method, then I will get 30, because 10 plus 20 means 30. So this anonymous function returns a 30 value, and that 30 value will be stored in the x, okay, x variable. So if I'll call like this, I will get 30. And general syntax, function of add. Similar only, where a equal to 10 will take, where b equal to 20 we will take. Similarly, and directly you can write return a plus b. Okay, this is one function. Now I need to call that function, right? I add. If I'll call this function add with the function name, okay, with the function name, I will get 30. Where a equal to 10, no, where b equal to 20 with this. Okay, these two are the parameter. Without parameters, these functions are executing, right? So with the parameters also, the functions will execute. Okay, with parameters means arguments. Parameters will call as arguments also. Some just now I have written right here, function of a comma b. Okay, you can remove this. Okay, now CADA, you need to send 1 comma 2. Okay, enter. So you got 3, right? So this is the function like function calling with the parameters. Before that one is function calling without parameters. Okay, functions calling with parameters and function calling without parameters. So we have seen two type of function declarations, right? One is direct function and function name, And the second one is function declaration. We will store in a variable and we will access by using that. So one more we'll have, right? The similar way. This one, right? If I, so this will change. This also will change similarly only. Here parameters. Instead of that, we will pass in a parameters. This A and B are this A and B only. Okay. If each one, like otherwise 10 comma 20. If I'm passing that, okay, I will get the output. So with parameter and without parameter. Function declaration we have seen. Okay, this is the this function is anonymous function, and the function anonymous function declaration will be stored in a variable. So this is the one way to write a function. Okay, if you don't want any like a calling function like without function name, and you want to store that value in a particular variable, in that cases you can use this. Otherwise, you don't want store that value, just that function will execute and it will return you a value. Just okay, if that is enough, in that cases you will use the function declaration, simple not general function declaration. Okay, simple function declaration. This is a variable function declaration. Okay, and another third way is immediately invocable function. Right? Okay, function. So immediately invocable function also function only means anonymous function only, but it will also perform a task. But actually, in the previous function declaration or variable declaration also, variable expression declaration also, we need to call that functions, right? To execute that functions, we need to call the functions, right? But here when you write in this syntax, okay, this syntax means this is immediately invocable function, means whenever that JavaScript file is loaded, immediately this function will invoke without calling that methods. You can see that here. Okay, where x equal to 20, where y equal to 30. So return plus y. Okay, you can see this actually. Okay, whenever I'm writing here, at the same time only the output is printed, because whenever I whenever I will return this code, that time only immediately the function will execute. Okay, no need to call by externally, like with the name. Okay, with the expression with the variable declaration, we no need to calling that. Means whenever that JavaScript, if you written like this syntax, immediately that JavaScript file is loaded, this function will execute. Okay, otherwise if you see here, I'm removing this actually. Okay, this syntax I'm removing function some add. If I'm hitting enter here, undefined means we got undefined because this function is not executed. When this function will execute, whenever if I'll call this method only, this function will execute. Okay, this is the difference between immediately invocable function and function general function declaration. So in these three ways, we can create a function. Okay. Up to now, it's clear, right? The functions are three types: general function declaration, variable expression declaration, and immediately invocable function. In these three ways, first two functions are we will call by using the name or some variable declaration. Okay, with the variable name. But in the third immediately invocable function, if we need to, that functions are immediately executed whenever that JavaScript file is loaded. That function will execute immediately and it will return you the output. Okay, these are the 3 points till now we have covered. Now, so if you have written one function, okay, with the name addition, so I want to do one particular task. What is the task means? I want to calculate the square of two. Okay, I will send two values or two numbers to a one function, and that function what it need to do is it will double that number. Okay, a comma b, right? A square plus b square. I want that value. Okay, a square plus b square value. So that two functions, I need to execute two functions. First one is first function, what it will do. Inside that we have one more square function. Square it will do addition, yeah, like a double it. Like if I am passing x square, passing y square, and one more function will do x square plus y square. Okay, two tasks here we are doing. In that case, we will write the nested function, means function inside one more function. Okay, here yard squares. Okay, yard squares. This is the function yard squares, and the syntax is this one. Instead of here, I can write here, and I will execute this. So function add squares. Here we will get by two values. So I'm writing inside one more function square. Okay. Function square of here something x. Okay. Return x star x. Okay. Means multiplying x with x square means x into x, right? So first here whenever I will get these two values, right? Two values I will do like this: square of a, okay, square of a. I'm storing it in the where x equal to, okay, square of a, and where y equal to square of b. Okay, and return. So instead of here a b x y. So here also x is there, right? So without naming conflicts, you can check that naming convention also. You need to check. Okay, here y we can declare and z we can declare. Here return another return statement. This is y plus z. Okay, sorry, yeah, that only. Okay, addition of two squares. So here what I am doing, you understood the logic, right? First, mm, after that, sorry, after that here I am calling add squares of, okay, add squares of, need to send the two parameters, right? 20 comma 30. Okay, now we will see how these functions will execute. So function inside another functions are there, right? This is the nested function actually. Function inside the function, that is nested function. Okay, remember that function inside function is nested function. Now first add square of 20 comma 30, right? Then it will execute this function. It will come here, add square of 20 comma 30. First one, this one, where y equal to square of a, means square of a means square of 20. Okay, square of 20 means square. Here we are calling this function, so it will come here square of 20. Square of 20 means 20, this value here, right? It is what it will do, 20 into 20, 400 it will return, and it will store in the y. Okay, where y, now where y equal to 400. Similarly, it will come here 30 into 30, 900. 400 plus 900. Here how much? 400 plus 900. So expected output will be 1300, right? So now we'll execute this and we'll see output. Okay, we need to call that yard squares, right? Yard squares of 20 comma 30. Okay, you got right. Yeah, I already shown you the execution also. I already explained here, right? So you want to know how this step by step, how it is executing step by step, means you need to keep a debugger. Okay, you need to keep a debugger. So what we will do, we will keep here debugger. Okay, we will keep here debugger. data type.js only, right? It is running here. We have imported here javascript.js, data type.js. Okay, we'll import here data type.js, data type hyphen js.js. So this is HTML file only, right? So we will allow access. Okay. Now, okay, ignore this str is not defined. Okay. Now refresh this. Yeah. So I'm commenting everything, guys, here. So we are getting some issues. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. We got now. So we'll go to here. If you click on here, so here we got that this function is executed. Then a equal to 20, b equal to 30 we got. Okay. Now you can see here square of a comma b, right? Now if you click on this one here, step by step execution we'll see. It will come here. That x value is there, right? Okay, you can right click here actually. Okay. So x is 20 into 20. So it will return you. It will come here. Now y value, if you can check 400. Okay. Now again square of b, right? B is 30. Now it will go to the here and 30 value. Now 30 into 30. It will execute and it will give you the z value 900. Here 400 plus 900. So our required output 1300 will be returned. Okay, 1300. So we are not writing in the console, right? So we will write that in the console. Okay. So then you will get that in the console. So you can see that 1300 is printed in the console. Okay. This is the function. How function is working. Like this way, we can write your functions. Okay, based on the task. Actually, they will tell you, right? So they will tell you that calculate a rectangular square. Okay, rectangular square means what is the syntax? X into y. It's width into height. Okay, rectangular square. Like that. They will tell you some particular task they will give you, and they will tell that write a condition. Okay, write a condition is so that logics we can write inside this, and we will return that statement. So after the return statement, if you written anything, any logic also, that will not work actually. Okay. In any function, return statement is the last statement. Here, see, if you write return console.log here, okay, some console.log of hello. Similarly, before here, I'm writing console.log output. I'm saving this. So the execution is going on, right? Go to console. So output is this console log only printed in the console. So after this return y plus z, that is 1300. Okay, it is returned. But this console.log of hello is there, right? So here after return statement, whatever you will write that that logic will not execute. Okay, remember this also. So after the return statement in a function, the return statement, return statement is the last statement in a function. After that, if you written any statement or condition, that will be no use. Okay, with that code will not reachable in our function. Okay, remember this. This point you can remember, and so you can remove this. Now coming to the what is the main use of using function? I told you, right? Reusable code purpose. Okay, to do a particular task, every time need to write a particular logic many times. Instead of writing that same logic number of times, we can write that in a simple one function, and we will execute the function number of times. Okay, so that is the use of reusable code purpose. Reusable code purpose. So here, yard squares is there, right? This is actually I have uh, so I'm getting some API data from the backend. I'm getting some data API, getting data, and that our client given task. He told that add the first you need to you will get two numbers. So you need to multiply that two numbers and add the two numbers and send the two numbers to the another program. Okay, and send that to the another component. He will tell this one actually every time, like 100 times of 100 times you will get that data actually. So from the API, 100 lines of data you have. Okay, every time when you are getting that, every time you need, you no need to write that logic, like what that logic means. A comma B you are getting, right? So A star A into A plus B into B, and that every time you no need to write the same code for number of times. You can write that logic in a one function, and if you execute that function, how many times you want, that many times it will execute. Means that reusable code purpose we will use the function. Okay, the main motto of the function is to save the uh, build time, and number of lines of code need to decrease. The number of lines of code efficiency will increase. Okay, and okay, efficiency of the code increase. This is the main motto of the function. Okay. So we have seen that function declarations, variable expression declaration, how we will call the functions, and immediately invocable functions and nested functions. Okay, four concepts we have covered. Now in functions, the last and important concepts are variables. Okay, inside these functions we have variables, right? Where y, where z. Okay, so the scope concept will come now. Scope. What is the scope means? So where the variable is existed, so that place we will call it a scope actually. Okay, we have three types of scopes. Okay, no only three types, not three types, two types of. Okay, local variable scope, global scope. Okay, global scope, local scope. Okay, remember two types of scope we have. So inside function, what you have created. Okay, inside function, or you can tell that block level scope, block, inside block. So up to from here to here. Okay, this inside this curly braces, whatever you have created the variables, the scope of that variables will be inside that only. Okay, the scope of this inside this only. Okay, for example, okay, for example, I'm trying to access here console.log of here x and y and z values are there, right? If I'll try to access this console, so function, okay, y value is something is there. Okay, here y equal 20 is there, right? This is printed. Another from where it came. Now you can see uncaught reference error, y is not defined. Why y is not defined? Because I have defined here, right? Where y equal to square of a, I have defined here, right? So the same statement I will keep inside the here. Output is right. After this, I'll keep the same statement. Okay, I'll keep the same statement inside this. Okay, here you can see 400 it is printed. Where y equal to square of a and means 20 into 2400, right? So we got 400 output. Here we got 400 output. Why here we are not getting that output? Okay, because here the scope concept will come. Scope means the variable exists within that block of code only. Okay, you will not get that variable values outside of that scope. If you're trying to access that variable outside of that scope, you will get an errors like these type of reference errors you will get. Y is not defined. Okay, so this is the local variable. Okay, this variable is local to the this function add square only. Okay, inside this only, anywhere you can access this variable. Okay, here x is there, right? Square of x. If I'll try to access this x here outside, okay, console.log of x. You can see here. Sorry, console log of x. Fine here. Okay, because of this. Okay, here see reference error x is not defined. Okay, in JavaScript execution, so it will execute from top to bottom, right? So when it is execute this line, this line, this line, and here it came here actually. Whenever it saw that x here, that x is not defined, right? So whenever it get error actually, that x is not defined because this x scope is up to here only. Inside this only. If you written like this here, console log of x, right? Console.log of x, you will get 20, 30. First time 20 will come, second time 30 will come. You got 20 and 30 function console.log. But when you are trying to access this console.log of x, the scope is up to here only, right? Outside you are trying to access this. Then you will get reference error, x is not defined. So whenever that error will came, there only the execution will stop. JavaScript will stop execution and it will throw error and it will stop the execution. Okay, console.log. Because of this, here only they stopped execution. After that, these lines are not executed. Because of that, you didn't get that 1300 output. Okay, this point also you can remember. Whenever you got the output, you got the error output, it will throw that error in the console and there only it will stop the execution. Okay, this point you can remember. And here also this x value, we are not getting outside of this function because the function, the scope of this x value is inside this only, here only. If you're trying to access this x outside of that function, you will get that reference error. X is not defined. Okay, similarly for a and b or y and z, that scope is up to inside this function only. Okay, these y and z values are the, okay, are the owners for this add square function only. Owners, or you can call that the scope of that y and z values are inside that add square function only. Outside, if you're trying to access, you will not get that variable declaration. But so when you will get that means here where a equal to 20 I have declared. So where a equal to, instead of 20, I'm declared 100. Here the funny thing will come. You can see. Okay. Here where a equal to 100. Already here square of a is there, right? This is a and this is a. Now you can see. Okay. Still the output will be same. because this A is not overcome because this A is outside, right? Still, it will take the priority as local variables only. Okay, it will not take as a priority for global variables. This A equal 100 is there, right? This will not override here. Here, okay. Here, what I'm doing, console log of y plus z plus A. Okay. Now tell me the output. Anyone guess and can tell me the output? I will give you time. Okay, A. Here A is this A it will take or this A it will take. You can tell me output and ping me in chat. Then only you are following the class. Okay. Y plus Z plus A. Okay. This will take the A reference. This A reference it will take or this one it will take. You can ping me in chat. 20. For Pawan Kumar told 20. Any other guesses? Yes. Here you can do console dot log of. Okay, console dot log of A. Now I'm saving this. You can see 20. 20 is correct because, okay, why? Because this is the global variable. Still, these global variable scope values will be overridden by the local variable, okay, local scope variables, because every time in the inside the function, it will give priority to the local variables only. Okay, give local variables only. If the local variable is not available, then it will search for global variables. Now you can, now I'm changing with the same logic, X. Okay, here X. Now tell me that here what is the X value and how much it will print. Okay, now tell me the output. Console log of X I'm doing here and Y plus Z plus X. Now what is this X here and output is, what is the output now? If I'll execute this function. Any guesses? Definitely, these are the important and interesting topics. So, the local variable and global variable concepts. Okay. So, no any cases, right? So, I'm executing this. And I will explain the output also. 100. See, 100. We got here console log of X 100. Console log of Y plus Z plus X means 1300 plus 100, 1400. Why it is 100 means, actually, I have already written here console log of X. Then what I got, X is not defined, I got, right? But I have declared var X equal 100, right? Means this is the global scope actually. Okay. It doesn't have any like local, doesn't have any braces that things it doesn't have, right? It is in the global scope, means global window variable scope. Window dot X means I will get actually. If you can see window dot X, okay, window dot X, I will get 100 because this scope is belongs to the window. Okay, if you have written inside the variables inside the function, that function variables that they have the local variable scope only. Inside that local block, the scope is exist. Whenever it came to outside, if you're trying to access that local variable outside, it will throw you error. Okay, it will throw you error. This is the local scope and global scope. Global scope, first it will check for the local variable. If the local variable is not there, it will check for global variable scope. If the global variable scope is there, then it will replace that local variable scope with global variable, and it will give you a result. Okay, still if still that in global variable also it is not there, then it will throw you error that X is not defined. Okay, this is clear, right? So this is the functions concept. Okay, this is the functions concept, and we have a few more concepts are there. Okay, that is related to the object literal functions are there. So in object class, I will tell you that object literal functions. So actually up to ECMAScript, I told you right, ECMAScript only. ECMAScript, they will give the guidance for the JavaScript developers that they will create a standards, right? I told you right, standards they will create to write a JavaScript conditions, everything. Okay, but ECMAScript 5 came actually. In ECMAScript 5, they have came up with the new function declarations. Okay, they have added new efficient way of writing functions. They have implemented that arrow functions. Now, how we can write an arrow function? We will see it now. Arrow functions syntax. Generally, if you want to write a function variable syntax declaration, you will write like this, right? So first we will write like this only. Return some where x equal to 10. Simply what I'm giving here, return hello world. Return hello world. Okay, this is the just general function declaration, right? Variable declaration, variable expression function declaration, right? Variable expression function declaration, and this is the anonymous function. So anonymous function declaration is stored in the variable, that is variable expression declaration. Now this how we can write in arrow functions, we'll see now. Where x equal to, where x equal to, so function of is there, right? They have removed this. So from now we don't have that. Simple bracket and arrow. This is the arrow. First you can remember like this. This is the first ECMAScript 4. They have written like this. The syntax. Hello world. Okay. First we will write like this. Hello world. Wait, guys. So this is the first step. So what I have did here, that function is there, right? This function I have removed that. Okay, where x equal to function of return hello world. So next step is where x equal to, see, where x equal to arrows. Okay, it is following the arrow syntax. Okay, this is the arrow syntax, right? Because of this, these functions we will call as a arrow functions. And next, they have removed that open and closing braces also they have removed. Okay, open and closing braces and return hello world. Okay, return, return. So you can do like this. Okay, this is the, okay, this is the final arrow function syntax. Okay, these three lines is transformed into a single line like this. Now where x equal to function, that function is there, right? This is removed. Sorry, this opening and closing parenthesis braces they have removed, and this return also they have removed. Finally, they came up with this syntax. Okay, where x equal to method, and it will this arrow function, and it will return you the hello world. Okay, now I will execute this here. Enter x. Okay, it is returned the hello world. Okay, it is written hello world. So like this, we will write a general arrow function. So without parameters, this one is there, right? With the parameters, how we can write, we'll see now. Where similarly, our function, fn func we can call, and the function generally with variables are there a comma b with parameters. Okay, with variables means with parameters, an anonymous function, and what it is doing a star b. Okay, this is the general function syntax. We will write like this. This is the general syntax functions and syntax. We will write like this. Okay, variable expression syntax. We will write like this. But in arrow functions, how we can write means where func func and equal to with parameters, right? That a comma b parameters will pass here. Okay, then directly we have a return statement, right? Like this, we will write. Okay, with parameters, we will write like this. Okay, with parameters, arrow function, simplified version only. Okay, and also previously we have seen here, right? Actually, here that this concept, this context is existed. This that about this I will explain in the object class. Okay, what is this keyword? What is use of this? These things I will explain in the object class. Okay, then you can easily understand what is meant by this. Okay, for now you can remember that this concept context will be existed in the general function declaration, but in arrow function that this will not be existed. So very careful while dealing with the, okay, arrow function. And also here we are writing return statement directly. The function will return something. It doesn't have any calculations. Then you can write like this. But here, if it have some calculations before that, some squares we are doing, right? Okay, we will take this function only and we will convert this into the arrow function. How it will be, we'll see now. Okay, so but we need to make it as a only anonymous functions only we can write in a arrow functions. Anonymous functions only we will make into a arrow function, because named functions we can't change into the arrow function. Then named functions also we can change. In how we can change where x equal to otherwise here where square, okay, square equal to, okay, we got square, and here also we got squares, and this function is now anonymous function. Inside this also we have one more is there, right? Similarly here where add squares we'll call here add squares. Okay. Here also we'll call add square because this is a square, right? So we'll converting this also into the anonymous function. Okay, square is not defined, pair square. Square, right? Where it came that error? Same only. Pair square return console.log of output where y equal to, okay, okay, done. Now I can I have converted this into the arrow function syntax, means anonymous function syntax, variable expression declaration syntax. I have converted this. You can see every syntax is converted to that. Now we are going to writing it in the where add square, okay, add square equal to function of a comma b, right? We don't have, okay, we don't have that function syntax, right? Then this one it will add this required actually, because here we are expecting some functions need to do. Okay, where some logic is there, need to do some logic. Because of that, we have written that. And inside this also, similarly, var square. Okay, var square. And similarly, equal to this syntax. And we will accept one parameter, this one. Okay, here nothing is doing, right? Just returning, right? Return x star x. Not required return, right? In these cases, done. Now this is done. Next, where y equal to some square of. So these two lines we can write here, no problem. Then just we will return that, right? Return statement is required because it is having some logics. So we got the 1300 output. See here, this much of code will be converted to the 5 lines. So that is the advantage of arrow functions. Okay, this is about arrow functions. And in TypeScript also we have arrow functions. One class is there. There we'll see in depth about these arrow functions. For now, the function in JavaScript, this much is enough. Okay, so this is about all about the functions concept. Okay, with the parameters, without parameters also. Sometimes here a comma b is two values are there, right? Sometimes I'm not sending this 30. Okay, I'm not sending that 30. What will happen then? The 30 value will be the 30 value will be the undefined. Okay, that 30 value is undefined. Now what will happen? See, what will happen? A comma b is undefined, so it will come to undefined into undefined. Then it will come to the not a number. So first is 20 will come, right? 400 plus not a number. Okay, 400 plus not a number. It will come like this, and the final output is not a number. It will print you not a number. Okay, so because of this, in that cases, so you don't know how many parameters are there. You are not sending that parameters. Here you can give the default values also. Then you got the 1300 output because you are not sending here, right? Still here, if you will write like this, means optional parameters. Optional parameters. Here I'm sending a equal to 10. Okay, still the output will be same only. Okay, output will be same because this a equal to 10, when it will execute this a equal to 10, whenever if I am not sending any parameter, okay, from here, then these default values will execute. If I'm removing this 20, now you can how much the output, 10 into 10 100 plus 30 into 30 900, 100 plus 900 1000. Okay, you can see that 1000 output is came. Okay, so here if you are not passing any parameters, then you can give the default values like this. Okay, so don't worry about all this. Just you can remember all the syntaxes and way of passing the parameters and way of writing the syntaxes. These things you can remember, and real time how it will be helpful. We'll see in uh, live like the project will write like then we'll easily see the real time scenarios for that functions how we are writing. Okay, in Angular we'll see all these real time examples. We'll see. Okay. So in how many ways we have seen the function calling? First one is directly we will call that function name. Second one is by using the immediately invocable function. Okay. If I'm removing this line, okay, no output is printed. Okay. Still you have written the logic also. No output is printed. Okay. No output is printed. Still you have written the logic also. In that cases, if you want to print that output means, okay, I told you, right, immediately invocable function we need to write. This function we will make as a immediately invocable function. Okay, you can see now 100 nan output is because here a comma b default values are not there, right? You can give here default values now 20. You can see 10 20 output is 100. 10 square means 100 plus 20 square means 400. 500 it need to print, right? Y plus z. Okay, this function also in here is calling, right? 10 plus 20. 10 square means 100. 20 square means 400. 500 it need to print, right? So we will keep debugger here and we'll see. Okay. Why it is printed 100? Here the output is 100, right? Why it is printed 100? We'll see now. We'll keep the debugger and we'll see. Here debugger came, right? So A value is 10, B value equal to 20. Now I'll come to here. I'll keep here only debugger. So here Y value is 100, Z value is 400. 100 plus 400, 500, right? Hmm. Okay. This output we need to print in the console, right? We are not printing that output in the console. Because of that, these values it is printed. Y value, X value it is printed. That output is not printed, but these invocable, immediately invocable functions, we need to keep in, just we need to, it need to do any particular task only, we will use this immediately invocable function. Particular task means I want to know this device width, okay, window width or window height. In that cases only I will use the immediately invocable function. Okay, based on that width and height only I need to adjust the scroll bar width, scroll bar height, those things. In that cases we will use the immediately invocable functions. Okay, remember this point. Okay, if you are written statement also, that will be unuseful actually. Okay, because if you are using the console statement, then only if it need to do particular task only, and it will this return statement also invalid here. Okay, just we will keep this in the, will store the data in the any global variable. In that case you can use that, no problem. Okay. Like outside I can declare where x, right? That in the x equal to y plus z. In that cases x value is now for 400, we will get that value. In that cases you will see the immediately invocable function you can write. And third way is by clicking on the button. Okay, when you are clicking on the button, we already seen, right? First class, whenever I'm clicking on particular button, it is doing one function, right? It is calling this function, right? Function change image is change image. Okay, this is also one type only, this is also function only. This function will call whenever you are clicking on that. Means whenever any particular event is handled, means clicking and mouse over, or okay, in that cases only that functions will call. This is the third way. Okay, this is the functions concepts, guys. Tomorrow we don't have class actually. I want to go to some other place. Probably we'll try to at 8 o'clock only today, like same time 8, tomorrow 8 p.m. we'll take class. Okay, I will ping you because I need to go some outside actually. So based on my timings, I will ping tomorrow 8 o'clock we have class or not. Tomorrow morning we don't have class. Because of that only I have taken now. Okay. Practice these functions. If you have any doubt, you can ping me tomorrow. Okay, you can send me the screenshots of that. If you have any doubt also, you can ask me. Okay. For now, we are closing the today class. Okay. Bye everyone.